Hello, welcome back. My name is Julie, and this is part 3 of me, an ex-rank maker, reacting to a Ray Higdon training. I was in rank makers for 5 years, and I was also within the 100K inner circle coaching group for a year. I know that sometimes like the algorithm will deliver you videos out of order, and I mean, it really isn't necessary to go watch the first one and the second one. I mean, you can, but this whole thing is a disaster. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You don't need to see a lot to see what's going on here. It's important for me to react to this because I'm afraid he's going to continue to hurt people. He has hurt a lot of people, and he continues to. All of everything I'm saying here is based on my experience and is in my opinion. There's no way to say this like easily, but I'm like fucking terrified for people. His behavior has escalated. He's now claiming he's a prophet. So if this is the first video that you're seeing of mine, hello, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was in the multi-level marketing industry for 5 years. My company was Mon8. I joined Rank Makers. It's this group on Facebook. It's a network marketing coaching group. And it's supposed to teach you, all these marketing skills, how to write effective posts and do live videos and work on your mindset to recruit people to your multi-level marketing company. That's why I joined this group. The 5 years I was in, it was not what I signed up for. It's also, in my opinion, it's a commercial cult. So anytime you're talking about rank makers or any kind of training that Ray does, trigger warnings are needed. You don't know what he's going to say. It's always offensive. It's emotionally triggering. Like any trigger warning that you can think of, like, please heed it. This isn't an exaggeration. People that have been outside of all this looking in, they're like, how could you have followed this man? Why does he have so many supporters? Because he wasn't like this when I found him in 2017. He was funny. He helped a lot of people. I even thought that he helped me. I respected this man for like 5 years. And waking up from this, it's bizarre. I'm doing these videos and I'm breaking everything down, really to be speaking out on behalf of rank makers that may never speak out and that are too afraid to. And someone within the group needs to call him out publicly. It's not okay what he's doing. I'm in contact with a lot of ex-rank makers, a lot of rank makers that still have their lifetime membership. And they may never speak out. But it's for you I'm speaking out. And I guess without further ado, let's go. So this is part 3. This is so long. I'm breaking this down, everything he says, to prove how he's lying, how there are so many contradictions in what he says, how his rage it's like showcasing his emotional abuse. When you're in one of these high control groups, this stuff, like this, these signs were there from the beginning, but you don't want to see them. You want to believe in the good. So people on the outside looking at this can feel like their stomach get in knots. It's super triggering. Please don't watch this video if you're having, if you're not feeling like to face something like this. It's just don't watch it. Please protect your mental health at all costs. For those of us in it, it's really weird to see commentary on his behavior as we exit and as we are outside of rank makers and the MLM industry. Because we have to reconcile that we believed that this abuse was really good coaching. And some of us we all did. We learned how to manipulate, we manipulated others. And the abuse goes on. So you see these top leaders that hire Ray, $25,000 a pop. They're emulating his behavior because they think his coaching is great. His behavior is okay. And his behavior it's like degenerated now. Like you're going to see. So this left off at 1:34 into the video of this 2-hour video. Each part has been 2 hours that I've recorded just with this commentary. I'm new to streaming on StreamYard. And so technical wise, like I hope that this video is informative to you. I hope that even in spite of the darkness and like the horror, that there can be some light. I try to, I use dark humor because you have to laugh. I have to laugh. It helps you heal and it helps you get through. So I hope that even in spite of it, like having this education and information out there, that maybe you're a little bit entertained as well, for what that's worth. Like, this whole thing is a shit show. So let's get this over with. Take a deep breath, get a coffee or a drink of water. We're getting right back into where we left off at 1:34 into the video.
A ton of leads, then fine. Reach out to those leads, connect with those leads, right? Determine, where they're at, right? Take them up the position ladder. But if you're not generating leads, you refreshing your computer screen or you refreshing your phone and waiting for the leads to come in makes no damn sense. None. Right? And so I highly suggest marketing. I highly suggest against waiting for your marketing to work. So while you're loading marketing, while you're doing videos, whatever that looks like.
If you're just coming on, this is the first episode, like of the parts, like you're just on to part 3, or like, what is he talking about? So he says that he has been called like by Jesus or God, and he said a prayer twice to kind of like say, this has been shown to me. This training has been shown to me, and it's bullshit. He's taught us this same exact stuff for the 5 years I was within Rank Makers. He was shown jack shit. He's speaking to people. He's all jacked up. He's like really angry for some reason. I don't know, because he's not talking to anyone. He's just talking to the cameras, and he keeps looking over like to that way to Instagram. So he has multiple cameras, and he always seems to keep glaring at Instagram. So he's talking about, for your network marketing business, that you should be prospecting people and doing marketing, and don't be just hitting refresh over and over again, because that makes no damn sense. He just talks to people like you're stupid. And we all thought this was amazing coaching. And now he's going to talk about marketing. Don't just rely on marketing. Don't just rely on prospecting. Use the two. You've got to use the two. And this is going to be his advice
to you, right?
By the way, this is a public video on YouTube, on his YouTube channel, that he has it out there for the world to see, thinking that this is like great coaching, attracting people to him. The poor people that find this is good behavior, that this is okay to speak to people like this.
And be prospecting, or else you're not making any money. This should be obvious, but it's not to some. And so when I started this journey,
here we go.
Foreclosure, from being dead broke, from going through divorce,
being in personal foreclosure, $1 million in debt, being dead broke, going through a divorce, sleeping on my buddy's couch. Well, we've heard this song. We have heard this one over and over again.
From being deeply depressed.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I started this journey, there were 2 things that I did.
What journey? Because he's used this story for his network marketing business. He keeps changing this story. Those core elements are the same. But in part 2, I talked about how he used this story to say that it was because of Grant Cardone's coaching. He lied. Now I think he's using it. When I started this journey, it's like he's using this term vaguely, because I believe that he wants to tie this in to now this spiritual awakening.
Regards to this, okay? 1, I decided I'm going to do a video a day.
And it was on YouTube, because Facebook Live videos didn't exist. So this is where he'll say, I did a live video every day. I'm a lunatic. I'm a maniac. I did it every day for 10 years. Nobody showed up. Nobody responded, but I guess kept showing up every day, because I knew at some point somebody would reach out to me.
Okay, so I did, video a day. Okay. Then I read a book called Go for No. And I decided I'm going to get 20.
And he fucking decided to write his own book, Go for No, because they all plagiarize each other. This is this part of this legend too, which is just more bullshit. I don't believe it, because he doesn't ever back up with any like sources. He says that he's going to. I'm just going to tell you this because we have all heard this All this training over and over and over again. 5 years, we heard this. I was in there for 5 years. I heard this. So this isn't new material. This isn't like this master class like he's saying it is. This is deceptive because we've all heard this over and over again.
No's a day. Now, most of those, especially all of them, in the
go for no 20 no's a day means not only reaching out to 20 people a day, but you have to get a no from these people. So a lot of people, if you're prospecting cold messages on Facebook or on Instagram or LinkedIn or Twitter or TikTok or wherever, a lot of people are just going to ignore you or be like, no, thanks. Or, you know, they don't want to say no. A lot of people don't want to say no. In order to get somebody to respond to your spammy network marketing prospecting message, it requires you following up and badgering them and harassing them. And no doesn't mean no. It means not right now. So he's bragging that he's badgered so many people to get 20 no's a day because he's going to make success inevitable. He's neglecting to say that he got in at pre-launch.
beginning came from prospecting. So I literally went for 20 no's a day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And so marketing and prospecting, this is how you build the pipeline.
Oh my God.
So that you can follow up, so that you get to follow up.
Can you imagine this as like a football coach thing? This makes no fucking sense. The marketing and the prospecting goes into the pipeline, and so then you can do the follow-up. It's purposely confusing. You can see right through this stuff now.
It's going to lead to how many people you get into a closing situation, which is going to lead to how many people you're leading.
Which way are we going here? So it's like the reverse top earner blueprint, which is actually the closing blueprint with just everything that was taught in Rank Makers in the last 5 years, peppered throughout this entire video. And there's arrows going up and there's arrows going sideways. There's arrows going down and there's arrows going like this way. Like this way. Fuck, which way is I going?
Does this make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense.
And so
quit asking that. It's a tactic. And if you're new, this is why I'm repeating it. If you've watched the first two, you've seen him say this over and over again. Does this make sense? Yes, it makes sense. Even if you're not saying it out loud, you're agreeing with them. So you're like, oh, you're conditioned now to just keep saying yes to him. This is the manipulation. This is one of the many things of aspects of manipulation.
I mean, this is, I'll give y'all a freebie here.
Oh, here we go. A freebie. It's going to be some other bullshit. I don't want to
cover this because I've covered it so much on my YouTube channel.
Oh, I've covered it so much. And how lucky are you that I'm going to share this with you right now? Like, oh, fuck, we've heard this before too.
All right, please hold. Wrong button. Hold on. Oh, come on.
We're waiting.
There we go. All right, one second.
We're probably running.
Add. I'm going to post in the Facebook comments. I don't know how to do this on Instagram. I'm going to post in the Facebook comments.
Maybe you should Google that too. Same advice that you give these people that are trying to earn extra money. They believe in your coaching and they believe in the network marketing business model. Maybe you should take your own advice there and just Google it instead of use it as a shitty excuse.
I'm not going to get into scripts because I know that's where everyone loses their mind. How do I speak to humans? I know that that's a major problem.
The contempt.
You don't know what words to say to human beings. I understand that.
Your scripts are shit, Ray. This is coming from lots of people that were taking your 100K inner circle coaching. Your Facebook conversation reviews, manipulation. Fellow rank makers, game is up, my dude. We're seeing through all this bullshit.
I know it's a problem. And to address that, I did a video on my YouTube channel. You can watch for free. I know everyone likes free. And so you can watch for free, and it breaks down literally every script you need.
You know what you can do too is you can just Google his scripts. They're all over. Everybody's talking about them. They're really stupid. So this is basically it. See if they're open, give them an out. And then it's kind of variations thereof. but he'll always gaslight you by saying you needed to tweak one word. Our scripts, he's notorious for this. He speaks in the royal we all the time too. Our scripts are so powerful. They have been tested thousands and thousands of times. Do not change them. Do not tweak the words. They're set up in a certain way. Use our scripts. Then when you do use the scripts and they don't work, he will give you feedback like, you should have tweaked the scripts. This word, this is the word. It's because of something you did. This is how the network marketing industry works. This is how network marketing coaches work. So one of the scripts we were taught, and I think I've done this in different YouTube videos. It was like, hey, I know we don't know each other, but I see you're a realtor. I'm looking to, I help realtors make some extra money online or whatever. Would you like more information about how I do that? I forget. I'm so glad that I'm forgetting this. But I actually had somebody respond to me from a message that I'd sent out like a couple of years ago. And I like died inside a little on Facebook. I'm like, fuck, this stuff comes back to haunt you. But it's that. It's like, hey, would you be open to taking a look at what I'm doing to earn some extra income if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? If not, no big deal. He fucking talks really fast like that too, to make you feel like an idiot. Like, it's so obvious. Don't you know how to speak like a human? He didn't use this shit to build his business. He got in at pre-launch. This whole thing is just so crooked. And he's hurting so many people. The way he's speaking to them like this, people tuning in, wasting their time that they can't get back. You know, and hopefully they don't waste money purchasing his coaching.
When it comes to prospecting.
Like so many of us did.
Okay. So I break down cold market messaging. I break down warm market. I break down burnt market. Burnt market is when
we've heard this all before.
Things, you've tried so many different things that your warm market thinks you're nuts. They think you're an idiot. And so I even share what to say to them.
So see, here's this thing too. It's like everybody thinks you're an idiot. It's always us versus them. This was also taught in Rank Makers. 5 years. Warm market, cold market, burnt market.
It's a very specific strategy. I've never
no,
had
it's
anyone
not.
else teach it unless they got it from me. And
oh, fuck, of course. Shit.
And so I posted on Facebook. I don't know how to do it on Instagram, so I'm sorry. But I posted on the Facebook page. And
Sienna doesn't like it.
Subscribe, you certainly can. That's also free. But that's higdongroup.com/channel. Okay. Now
I'm giving you so much value, guys. It's also free. Why aren't you liking this video? Why aren't you sharing it? I don't know how to do this on Instagram. It's also free. This is so much value. If you're getting so much value from this, drop a 6. Drop a 6. This is free. Like, why is he so fucking mad now? He was not like this, you know. He was like this at some points in the time I was in Rank Makers, but this is next level. And this information is all old. It's on YouTube. See, what he's doing is he's trying to get people to follow him on every single platform. So he wants people on Instagram to follow. So he wants the people on Instagram that can't read his whiteboard because it's mirrored and he doesn't know how to Google to fix that. Then he keeps telling the people on Instagram to go onto Facebook. And now he's telling Facebook to go to YouTube. Oh my God. Just give the information in one video. Stream it everywhere. Keep it simple.
Marketing, all I'll cover on that is the top of the food chain. There is no question. Short videos. It used to be Facebook Live. Now the top of the food chain is short videos. Okay. And it is, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels.
The coaching, the TikTok training that he asked me to do, and then he bundled up and sold as a bonus, has been removed from the Higdon Group University. I never got paid for it. And they've deleted it like it never fucking happened. I still have the training, and I redid the training on YouTube for free, like updated for 2023, because he thought TikTok was a big joke, a big waste of time. and made a lot of passive aggressive comments about me. Everybody knew he was talking about me in fucking inner circle, doing his live videos. He kept calling it ding dong. Ooh, it's going to be like Vine. It's going to fucking disappear. It's like it didn't disappear. Social media guru is horribly wrong. And he's teaching people that it's okay to post on TikTok. He doesn't suffer any consequences from telling this to people, because posting multi-level marketing content on TikTok goes against their community guidelines. Your content will be reported. I report people's content. But he doesn't suffer the consequences of teaching this to his clients. Just use it. Use it to your advantage. No boundaries, no respect for the rules. He's above the rules.
And by the way, you're being tracked on everything you ever do, right? The government is not your friend. They're all tracking you, everything that you do. And so, that's my rebuttal to those that hate TikTok. You should hate all of them. If you hate TikTok,
you should get the fuck off TikTok.
And so that's my rant there. And so scripts in my YouTube channel, if you search my YouTube channel for scripts, you should find it. Or if you're on Facebook, I just posted the link. Don't go away just yet, because I still have more. I'm
just going to do like another thing about TikTok. I got on TikTok in like August, I think, of 2019, before the pandemic hit, and like in North America anyway. And it's a really special place. Some people might not like it, because whatever, everybody has their likes and their dislikes. For me, it was so good. It's really, I connected with so many people. I made really good friends that I've met outside of social media. And I was like, during the pandemic, when everything was shut down, I had lost my contract work as a literacy consultant. And so I would read books every day during live videos. I'd like talk to people. People were fucked up. A lot of shit happened during 2020. And TikTok, it's like during that time, it was so many like relationships were formed and a really strong community. And so when you see Ray just like coming in, like it's so disrespectful and it's so transactional. It's like, who cares? Just post this. Top of the food chain is this. You just want to get people. And they give you these 5 things. And it's like, content creation is so much more than that. And like the community on TikTok is so much more than that. And I've seen it like on different platforms too, like here on YouTube. It's so much more than the content itself. It's the community, people spending their time watching your content, that like even leave a comment, and they are talking to each other and helping each other out, supporting other creators. It's so what people went through during 2020, and especially like who I was all connected with on TikTok during that time. It's just really gross to hear, like, there's no awareness of how these platforms really can help people. It's just get some money. It's the top of the food chain. Just do this. It's like, it really fucks up with people too, when they leave the multi-level marketing industry, when they fall out of Ray's spell and they start to like, oh my God, what did I do? How do I fix these relationships? There's a lot of people, they feel so much shame. Their friends are still there. A lot of people, they get it. They know what you've been a part of, All
right. Marketing, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok, those are your top of the food chain. YouTube Shorts, getting better. They're not as good as the other 3, but they're getting better.
He doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking about. So this is another thing too that I learned when I was in Rank Makers is why he doesn't have a fucking clue is because when he started building his network marketing business, according to him, he was doing a live video every day, which was on YouTube. He has coached us throughout the years that he pays people to like shortcut the learning process. That why would I basically put in the work and figure it out on my own when I can hire someone to just give me the synthesis of it all? And it doesn't work like that. You can't build community like that. You can't you can't create content like that. You can have someone say, okay, this is what you do. You have music playing and you point at it each time on a reel. That's technical. The stumbling around on the platform, the frustration of deleting something that you created, those are important skills for people to learn. And that's when you can see over time people that create content. And it does not matter how many followers you have. There's a genuineness, there's an authenticity, regardless of what they're doing. It's because you can sense it. It's apparent. You can't cut a course on a marathon and then say you've won. He doesn't put in the work. And this is what he taught us. And I always thought that was like, oh, that's really cool. He's paying for a coach on Instagram to give us all these tips. But these tips are they're like missing all the shit that you have to go through to get there, which means it sounds good. You get really excited. A lot of people, you might see, oh, I've got all these impressive statistics. My video has been viewed 75,000 times, but it doesn't mean fuck all. You don't have any new customers. You have no new recruits. It's just make sure you hashtag his training and then do a screenshot in Rank Makers to say how grateful you are for this training that didn't result in anything except more exposure for him and ultimately more money in his pocket.
I would be conveying in marketing is thinking about who, not what. Who are you trying to attract? What and not what are you selling, right? People are like, well, I do shampoo. How many videos can I do about shampoo? Do you know how boring that would be if every video you did was about shampoo?
You know what? This is complete bullshit too. But I used to believe this and I thought it was like fantastic marketing. And I think there might be like an element of truth in it, like in a lot of things that he teaches. But there are businesses that just sell like a hairbrush and they just show the hairbrush. They show the hairbrush floating in the water. They show the hair you're brushing. They just show the hairbrush and people will buy the hairbrush. I've purchased stuff that I've seen from small businesses on TikTok and on Instagram. And that's all they post. But in network marketing, it's not about that because it's about selling the dream. You want to recruit people. So you don't talk about the product. You talk about the benefits of the products. And then he's going to go on and talk about the benefits of the benefits. And he's going to talk to you like you're a complete idiot.
Right? It would just be intense. Like you don't do that. Think more about who. Are you trying to attract moms? Then
enough with the fucking moms. Enough. He said mom guilt in the first the first part of the video I reacted to, like when he finally started training, because he just talked about himself, his story. And he said mom guilt. It was like 4 or 5 times. This is fucking weird. This focus on moms.
Okay. What can you help moms with? What value can you bring to moms?
Enough.
And, I have 3 mantras.
Oh, here we
go. Really living into these mantras. Okay. Number 1, help the person you used to be. Number 2, we have to be as brave as the people who need us.
We've all heard this before.
Number 3,
shit. What was it again? Fuck.
Oh, I haven't said this one in a little bit. Don't be too busy saving strangers to neglect your own. Don't be too busy saving.
Fuck, always with the repeating things. He said this again over and over and over again in Rank Makers. We've heard this as well. He also says, like, another riff on this is speak to a previous version of yourself, which can be effective. I mean, I don't know if this is even legitimate in marketing because my head has been fucked with so bad. So many of ours has. I'm like, is it true? Is it all twisted? Is it all manipulation? So speaking to a previous version of yourself but how he uses it, it's like, you wanted to lose 10 pounds, you lost 10 pounds, then you create content speaking about losing those 10 pounds. Somebody out there is going to be just like you, So then you could be like, I wanted to make some extra money online. I didn't know how to do it, but then I found this really cool opportunity. How could I speak to myself? What would I say that could catch the attention of a previous version of myself? And I think that it can be beneficial and it can also be unethical and extremely manipulative.
strangers to neglect your own. You know, I've you know, for many years, for more years than I care to admit, I've been the person that was impacting you, but not impacting my own family enough. Just being honest. And, you know, I have every excuse, right?
This is what happens in the multi-level marketing industry, though. Your multi-level marketing company, they're commercial cults. They are the priority. They take over. They're the priority of your family, of your faith. It doesn't matter what anybody says. That multi-level marketing company, their family, like the family of the multi-level marketing company, takes precedence. And you can see when anybody starts speaking out against any company, you'll see the same predictable behavior like you do in any fucking cult. My company is different. So sorry that happened to you, but that didn't happen to me. I can do whatever I want. It's like, I don't need to always be posting, not like the company you were a part of. It's like, why in the fuck are you defending a multi-level marketing company that you're paying so much money into, that over 99% of people have to lose? They're losing money. Some people are losing their fucking homes. You're defending them. Then you've never done a profit and loss statement. You're blindly defending them. You would never defend a restaurant that you went to, if you want to use the same examples that people use. You wouldn't give a shit. Somebody says something against a network marketing company, holy fuck, it's like a powder keg. It's like everything blows up. That's predictable cult behavior. Your multi-level marketing company has to take the priority. Tuning in, Ray's coaching has to be the priority in your life. That's the way this works. That's why we stay in. That's the mind fuckery.
Didn't have the best upbringing, had an abusive childhood, didn't know the difference between mentor and authority, didn't like authority, right? And so, but anyway, and so what have
he still doesn't know the difference between mentor and authority.
You overcome? What have you survived? What has greatly helped you? What were you seeking and then you found? And again, that could be faith.
No shit. Wow. Using the word seeking. You know who else used the word seeking? Was Keith Raniere and Nexium. They were all these people that were seekers. They define themselves as seekers. I mean, you can see, once you see through this shit, you can tell it's like, oh, now he's going to go riff on God. Uses the word seeking and it's a jumping off place to this.
That could be product, any of those things. Help the person you used to be. You didn't ask to be abused. You didn't ask to be in a bad relationship. You didn't ask to be.
So you see, this is how he another way he emotionally manipulates people is he's calling up your personal trauma and he's linking it to you showing up for your network marketing business. This is another way that it takes a priority in your life. And this is how another way your mind gets fucked with. So there's all this like language of like war, of antagonism, of us versus them, of hate, of swords, of the unsullied. Like, it's so fucking excessive. And then he's like, you didn't ask to be abused. So now how is he tying this in with marketing for your network marketing business? It's all about fucking with your mind. If you're a true coach, marketing expert, this shit doesn't happen. This is only within the multi-level marketing industry. This is a cult tactic.
In a traumatic situation, okay? But you went through it. You overcame it. You survived. And the bigger of that you have, the bigger your calling. Because it means you needed to go through that stuff to become the person that you are.
Oh, fuck, here we go. He said this over and over again as well. This is same shit, different pile. And it's weird because he was just saying, I'll be honest, I was impacting you, I was serving you, but I wasn't impacting my family. And then he segues into, if you have abuse, you have emotional abuse, you've got physical abuse. You didn't ask for that. Like, what the fuck does this have to do with now stopping to impact others and help your family or be there for your family or prioritize your family? It has nothing to do with it. Because this whole thing is meant to confuse you. And just I need to sign up for this course. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I feel like I've transformed and I've had my eyes open and I'm going to implement some strategy that he learned and something will work. I did a Facebook Live video and holy shit, wouldn't you know it, I signed somebody up. Therefore, if I pay for more of his coaching, what else can happen? And nothing happens because it's the same shit regurgitated in every course, in every challenge, in every coaching video, same as this masterclass. It's the same thing. It's nothing new. And so it's similar to Scientology. This is how they would sell their courses too. It's like if somebody has never done anything, they have no idea about how to do their business, and they're given some basic advice and they notice an improvement, then they're thinking, well, what if I pay $25,000 to hire this person as my coach? Holy shit, my business is going to explode, and then nothing happens. But with this, it's like it's because of your mindset. Your team sucks. You need to show up and build them a new team, and he just gets angry.
So you can make a bigger impact, right? So I had the orphan spirit, like many people have, and they don't recognize it. They don't know it.
This is made up, and I think this is from Yeah Backer. It's a dude on Facebook. Feel free to Google him. He says that he helps wealthy businessmen create a legacy for their families. It's a made up religious term. This is what he thinks he's found. I've heard him respond or something, say in another video, that he was looking for like a hole, like something to fill the hole, that he thought it was meditation, but now he realizes it's orphan spirit. And I'm like, this is interesting, because you can't find something to fill a hole. It comes from within. And casting about, always looking for another mentor or another person or another coach or another short circuit, or like, aha, this is it. Now, as I'm learning it, I'm going to take people on my journey, just like he did with Joe Dispenza. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to show up every day and I'm going to help you. He's just doing the same thing here. Instead of looking internally, it's looking externally. And that's what we do too. That's like in cults. Stephen Hassan talks about an external locus of control. So you now look to him to tell you what to do in these daily live videos. It's like, oh, well, I should be prospecting. Oh, I'm a piece of shit because I didn't follow up. Oh, I'm like, you internalize this. Instead of looking to yourself, you're like, no, fuck you. I'm going to post on TikTok. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. I'm going to stop doing a daily live video on Facebook because it's unhealthy and it's a waste of time. That's taking your control back. That's listening to your instincts. That's listening to yourself versus listening to Ray, to your network marketing coach, to your upline, or to your multi-level marketing company. That's not being coachable. They'll say, oh, you're not coachable. That's not coachable. That's removing your right to fucking self-autonomy away from you. That's not okay.
So the orphan spirit is always trying to make things their father. All right. So is it money? That didn't make me feel that good. Is it trophies? Is it recognition? Is it sex? Is it porn? Is it,
what the fuck?
I'm trying to find this thing that is going to fill this.
That fucking went, that got heated right away.
And by the way,
holy
here's
shit.
how you know what your wounds are. This is going to be deep.
Oh, fuck. No, it's not.
Mind.
No, it's not.
This is going to really, you're going to
I guarantee you that it's not going to blow our minds. So you see how he builds it up. It's that, I think this is that NLP technique too. This is going to blow your minds. This is going to completely shock you. You're not going to believe this. This repetition, another manipulative tactic, and another thing that we've all heard before.
Breakthrough on this, okay? And one of my mentors taught me this. Here's how you know what your wounds actually are, okay?
Oh my God.
Your wounds
Fuck.
are what are the things you needed most as a kid but didn't get.
Fuck, that's not a wound. That's a TikTok trend. The fuck are you talking about? The things I needed most as a kid. Have you seen some of those TikToks? They're fucking hilarious. It's like, can you imagine that? Yeah, that's what he's done. He's just gone on a TikTok trend. It's like, this sounds pretty good. I think I'll just like put it in here. The things that you needed most as a kid. I needed more cheese as a kid. That's what I needed. But he's linking this now. So keep in mind, this is all about network marketing coaching training. Why is he talking about abuse? Why is he talking now about wounds? Why is he mixing in these weird foreign phrases like orphan spirit and doing this repetition. It's going to be a breakthrough. It's going to be a transformation. You're going to get this. Not many of you know this, but you're going to get this. Why? How is this helping people recruit or get customers to their network marketing business? Why are you talking about wounds, the things that you needed most as a kid? Because he really loves to do this, because this is one of the ways he gets in and manipulates you. You are focused on something that you need, something that has hurt you, your abuse. How fucked up is this? Oh God, the dramatic
what did you
pause.
need most as a kid but didn't get?
We heard you the first time.
Those are your wounds. Those are your sacred wounds.
Oh, fuck off. No.
So for me, safety, love, attention, praise, friendship.
Maybe instead of spitting it out like that, maybe you should be doing this to your family and your rank makers, to your team, to your employees, to your coaches. It's just so weird spitting it out with so much venom. Safety, love, attention, praise. I don't think that this orphan spirit thing is helping you, because you're fucking angry. I don't think there's any kind of healing or reconciliation. There's fucking rage, always rage.
And all of those things, my whole life, I struggled to accept, because I literally didn't have the I think they're called dendronites, right?
Oh no. Now he's mixing in Joe Dispenza. This is a weird marriage of Joe Dispenza and Yaya Backer. And we've heard this before. We haven't heard the dendronites. When I left Rank Makers, it was before he got right into Joe Dispenza. But I've heard all of this stuff before. The abuse, it tells horrible stories. Whether they happened or not, I don't know. If they did, it's absolutely shocking and horrible. And that should never have happened to him, for sure. But I've heard all of that. I haven't heard about the dendronites. That's new. And then like this orphan spirit, that's new. But the other core pieces, the safety, the love, the friend, we've heard that before too.
Have the accepting cells to have them, to actually accept them. So even when someone was being a good friend to me, I struggled to accept it. I'd be wary around them, right? I think, all right, when they going to rob me, when they're going to betray me.
Still the same training, and he still does this.
Really struggled with praise, really struggled with love, really struggled with all of those things, because those are my sacred wounds.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm going to say were, okay?
Oh, fuck. I'm going to say were bullshit. And you know, a lot of people struggle with all kinds of things, and it doesn't need to be renamed and relabeled, like the word posture with a new definition.
Those were my sacred wounds, the things I needed most as a kid but didn't get. That's your sacred wounds.
No, you don't get to tell me or anyone else
I
what they
once
are.
believed that they were not healable, and it was a mistake to try to heal them. I believe, just based on my...
Can you fucking imagine this dude rolling into your town and he's like, Ray Higdon, going to be at your community church, this fucking Sunday. 9:45 a.m. Be there sharp. He fucking rolls up and starts talking about this. Oh, fuck.
My experience, okay? Just based on my experience, I can only speak for me. There was one thing that did heal my wounds, and it has me showing up differently.
Oh, God. Let me guess.
Trust in my Father in heaven.
Of course it was. One thing. But before that, it was Joe Dispenza. Before that, it was was it John Assaraf or whatever the fuck his name is? Before that, it's Grant Cardone. Before that, it's always somebody. But now, this one thing, it's our Father. Same story. Nothing different.
That may not be your cup of tea. I don't judge you.
Yes, you do.
Hey, literally, if you talked to me a month ago, I would have been right there with you. A month ago. I'm newbie Christian guy. But trusting in my Father and plugging my needs into Him who knows more.
Plugging his needs into him. This is another phrase that he used in Rank Makers, was like, if your downline needs to plug into you, you got to rip out that umbilical cord, because you need to like have them, you know, working on their business. And then he also say you need to like have them like plug into the videos that you make that's duplicatable. When somebody asks you a whole bunch of like, or 5 people ask you the same question, it's time to do a video, and they can plug into that.
More than me, who I can give my burdens to, who's been protecting and defending and guarding me all my life, and I didn't recognize it, didn't acknowledge it, didn't appreciate it, didn't know it. Okay?
I'll tell you this whole show is a distraction from his abusive behavior, because people will be like, well, I really want to believe. I think he believes. I'm not here to say whether he believes or not. I don't give a fuck. He's abusing people. He's continuing to abuse people. Watch that reality show, Play to Win. I don't want him to get more views on this thing, because it's horrifying. It's like, talk about that. Talk about how you scam people out of tens of thousands of dollars. Nobody gives a fuck what you personally believe. They give a fuck about the people that you're hurting. Just obfuscation, deflection. It's fucking Darvo bingo.
So for me, I've solved those sacred wounds. But here's the good news about sacred wounds.
In a month.
Those things that you didn't get are your sacred gifts for you to give. So you know what I'm good at? I'm a good friend. I'm a good lover.
What the fuck?
I'm good at giving attention.
Can you imagine saying this on a live video and thinking that?
I'm good at praising. I'm good at including. See, I was never included. I was basically a table lamp. That was my frequency. I was a victim. Something that had to be
I'm still a victim. Poor me. These people that are making content about me, they're just, I can't believe it. They're filled with hate. They have absolutely nothing of value to add. They are crazy, etc., etc. Wow.
I was a thing. And so that made me good. All of those sacred wounds, those things that you didn't get as a kid, you can give very well. You're very good at it. Now, your problem is accepting them.
Okay, so this is a training that he's done as well. The same thing, but he just never, it's new language now, saying orphan spirit, sacred wounds, and sacred gifts. So he would say, you owe it to the people that you can change their lives. So if you were abused, and he has said this, if you were like trafficked, and he's used people's stories, it's so disgusting, then you need to show up for your network marketing business to speak on behalf and fight for those people. So it's linked. Your deepest, darkest shit, the stuff that shouldn't be shared publicly on Facebook, especially it shouldn't be shared. And it shouldn't be used to recruit people to your network marketing business or attempt to. And this is the same thing, but it's just orphan spirit now. Sacred wounds, sacred gift. It's just the same shit. Different language, different script, slightly different script.
Right. That's why people go from relationship, saying, I just need a man that loves me.
Always the man.
They don't understand they're the problem.
They don't understand they're the problem. It's the fucking irony.
Because their sacred wound is they didn't get enough love as a kid. Ooh.
That's not deep.
I was told to bring this up.
No, you weren't. You've said this shit for the fucking 6 years that I've heard about you. Holy fuck.
Some of you need to hear that. It's not your fault. You didn't deserve it. But you've been going from relationship, trying to get the praise, trying to get the recognition, trying to get the love. And if it's in any of those that you didn't get as a kid, you literally can't accept them.
You literally can't accept it because typically, actually, this is another manipulative tactic.
Is there other ways to get it? I don't know. I tried a bunch of them. I tried a bunch of them. The only thing that did it for me was literally last Tuesday, 1 week ago today, I just said, hey, Father.
He's tried everything. And he's going to keep trying things because this is going to be another fad that falls away when the money dries up. And this will be discarded. And people will feel ashamed and embarrassed and humiliated, and they won't want to speak out. And they'll be afraid of him because he fucking goes off, like you see. All the other things that he tried, a week into it, he was just as passionate about and sold people courses on this. He's made a mint talking about Joe Dispenza and vibrations and all that. And then that's just discarded. And anybody that believed what he was saying, that this has changed my life, doesn't matter. Now it's only a week into this. This is the thing that has solved all my problems. Nothing solves your problems within a week. That's fucking sketch. And to have that kind of testimony, that's a miracle. But people believe it. I keep fucking clicking. Sorry. I'm a clicker.
Lord in heaven, I am putting my trust in you. Putting my trust in you. And things started to change. Yesterday, I got down on my knees and I said, Father, I give you my business. I give you my life. I'd already done that.
Jesus took the wheel.
Give it to you in the name of Jesus. And
Amen.
all of a sudden, I'm starting having different conversations. All of a sudden, different people are showing up in my life, equipping me, upgrading me, showing me different paths. Told me to do this, literally gave me this title.
It's a horrible title, and it had to be something like a reverse funnel, like Amway or other network marketing companies, reverse top earner blueprint. Just look at the shit he sells. It's all the same. We saw this stuff in Rank Makers. It's all regurgitated. Top earner, he loves the word blueprint. Oh my God. School is another one. Reverse, though. Fuck, it's just like reversing your mind. It's the same shit.
Okay. And so now we are entering, and I got good news and bad news. This is the easy stuff. You thought prospecting was tough. You thought follow-up. Oh man. Whew. Dang.
How the fuck did I respect this man for 5 years? Oh my God.
Oh, prospecting, really? Oh, closing? Oh, but I feel slimy. Oh.
You know what's going to be that? It's going to be mindset. All the work within, how you're self-sabotaging yourself. You need to undergo radical transformation. Fortunately, he helps people, performance-based teams, transform themselves. He can point out exactly how you're self-sabotaging yourself, but you got to be coachable. Can't help you. I used to believe that people could work really hard, but if they're not something wrong with them, their mindset, doesn't matter how hard they work. It's going to be mindset. Betcha.
Oh, man. This is all the easy stuff. All this, freaking easy. This is the easy stuff. The hard stuff is all the reasons you won't do this, okay? Is all the reasons that you won't show up with the identity of someone who does this work. That's the tough stuff, okay?
Wow.
And so we got into it with the sacred wounds.
Oh my God.
If you, whatever you needed most as a kid, now look at the correlation. Look at the correlation in the amazing wisdom. All right, so I came up with my two mantras I came up with years ago. I added a third mantra about a year ago that let me never be too busy saving strangers to neglect my own. Okay, so I added that third one on about a year ago. Okay, then I learned about sacred wounds a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God. And did you write a purple book and sell it? My persuasive title of headlines to sell on Facebook Live videos? Orphan Spirit, hashtag Jesus Christ Ray.
No, I think 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago I learned about sacred wounds. I'm like, oh, think about this. Think about this for a second. So if I'm saying that whatever you needed most as a kid but didn't get is a sacred wound that you're going to struggle to accept, and then I say those things that you needed most as a kid but didn't get, you can give better than anybody else because you know how you wished you felt.
The Western economic diversification of the rational large intestine is equally proportional to that of the velocity of the small intestine, according to that of the pancreas.
Oh.
Oh.
Drop a 7 if you need to hear that.
Oh.
I need 3 of you to get it. Just 3. Drop a 7. If you get it, you get where I'm going here.
Nobody understands, and they just want your approval.
Okay. Barb, thank you, Barb. Barb has been very attentive. She's been on top of it.
Oh, Barb. Look out, Barb.
Okay.
You're going to be next to buy a shit ton of courses and waste a lot of money and a lot of your fucking time. Barb, get out now.
So if
Run, Barb.
what you needed most as a kid but didn't get is a sacred wound, and those things you didn't get, you're very good at giving. And we combine it with the mantras. Help the person you used to be.
Oh!
Are you serious?
Yes!
Do you see that? Do you get that? I'm going to say it again.
Oh my God. So this is, this whole blurble blabble is, it's different, but but speaking to the person you used to be is the same. This whole other blurble blabble about sacred wound and all that shit, that's new. But this whole delivery is the same shtick.
You ain't getting it.
Some of y'all ain't getting it. Some of y'all ain't getting it. Some of you, Instagram especially, is like, Instagram, you don't get it. You fuckers. You're backwards. Get onto Facebook, Higdon group / fucking follow me right now.com.
If the things you needed most as a kid that didn't get
God.
is your sacred wounds, but they are also at the same time your sacred gifts, meaning the things that you didn't get as a kid that you needed.
I needed cheese. I needed cheese and I needed potatoes and I didn't get them. You can't make jokes about this. This is very serious, Julie. No, you can. You absolutely can. It's like, it always has to be like the most like amped up fucking abuse story ever. Whatever you didn't get as a kid, you needed love. Therefore, the best gift you have to give is love. You're going to be in service for people. He twists shit. This is so dark.
You can give better than anyone. And
I just want to say this too. He likes to say hurt people. Also people in the network marketing industry. That's bullshit. It's just another fucking lie. There's like a lot of hurt people who help people because they don't want them to be hurt. For example, leading a commercial cult and speaking out and helping connect people outside of the group.
My mantra is to help the person you used to be. You're perfect. You're perfect to help the person you used to be. I'm perfect to help people that went through abuse.
No,
I'm perfect.
You are not at all. And this weird emotion code training that he has or he still has with his coaches is so fucking similar to the EMs that Nexium did. People say, so in Nexium, I think when I'm watching The Vow, and also Nexium, like inside the cult, it's the one with India Oxenberg, where they're like, it's like going through 10 years of therapy in one session. That's the same shit that he's promoting through this. So he's got all these other courses that will help you with your relationship. There's no boundaries with rank makers. It's so fucking weird. It covers, you should see the courses they have. It's wild. So he's like, I'm perfect to help people that went through abuse. You are not a mental health expert. You have no accreditation. You are not licensed. This is dangerous. You are not perfect to help people that went through abuse. You are preying on people. You are manipulating them. And in turn, through that, you are abusing them. You are not licensed to help anyone through abuse.
That had trust issues. I'm perfect for people that are workaholics, that are the hustlers, the grinders, and they keep, maybe it's $1 million a month that'll make me feel good. Maybe it's $1 million a day that'll make me feel good. Maybe it's this trophy, that trophy, Inc. 5000, best-selling author, right? So if you're a nonsensical workaholic hustle grinder that never feels good enough about yourself and your accomplishments, I'm perfect to help you.
No, you're not. He's the worst. Like, this is so fucking crazy. I don't know. Like, this is so alpha. I don't understand. It's like Sigma is the new alpha. It's like, ooh, yeah, right? Like, if you happen to be watching this video and you're like, this is a long shot, but you're attracted to this kind of thing, like you think that this is like, I don't know, fucking masculine energy, because that's fucking Nexium as well. This weird categorization of people and energies and stuff. You don't need him to help you fill a hole. You probably just need to listen to your instincts, which could mean I don't know how to listen to my instincts. It could mean just seeing a therapist, being like, I don't know, fuck, I need to talk some things through. Could be trying something new, being like, I've always wanted to learn how to like play the guitar, and just fooling around and having no goal. When you're like a hustler and a grinder and a workaholic, and you need to feel like you're the best, you need to feel completely spent at everything you do. Looking externally, again, to like get approval and to be told what to do is not the solution. The solution is turning within. You don't need anybody to do that. You don't need to buy a course. You don't need to journal. You don't need to meditate. You can, but it's up to you to decide. And it's like, a lot of this shit can sort itself out if you just take a social media break and turn off your phone. Go dark for 2 weeks. See how your mind clears up, and all of these problems fucking disappear, you know?
Me. That was me. I never felt like I belonged. You know, I remember when we would go on trips. We would go on trips. And it literally, I never really thought about this until like a couple of years ago. But we when I was a kid, we would go on trips. And it was
I'm just going to read something out to you here. It's like these things of, oh, fuck, no, I'm not going to. Because I was like looking up shit about Jonestown and like malignant narcissist characteristics, where it's like this air of like grandiosity, all this shit. But I mean, this information is all out there. You got to make up your own mind and decide what you want to do. But this need for constant attention, the focus, 100%. He has nobody can criticize him except God. Except these people that are upgrading him so far. There's 3, I think. And then like, this is supposed to be this reverse top earner blueprint. All he's doing, he's talking a lot about himself. He's making it all about himself. This isn't helping you. This isn't serving you. All the tactics.
4-door car. And there were 3 other people. But I would sit in the trunk that had glass. If there's 4 seats and there's 4 people, why was I sitting there? So I would just sit, my forehead pressed against the window.
This is new. I haven't heard this one. What fucking vehicle is like that? That's what I'm confused about. I'm like, is it like a station wagon? But that's roomy. Like, he'd have to be fucking little, like, like this size. Like, you can't sit there. It's like fucking, like, it's like really, it's like slanted. The window goes up like this. I don't understand. I don't understand what kind of vehicle is this. So maybe I'm missing something. That's horrible if that did happen. Fuck.
Like, I never thought about this as a kid. I just did it.
But this has nothing to do with network marketing. It's just manipulation. Are you emotionally aroused? Are you like feeling really sorry for him? You think, oh my God, holy fuck, he's gone through so much. I never even thought of this, but now he's doing this and he's helping us out on this training. What are you learning? On the absence of pipeline, fall back on progress, position, fuck, whatever that is. What the fuck does that mean? He just raged, on that level 0, 1, 2, 3, contradicted himself. said exactly what one of his rank makers probably said, which is like, what did you like best about the video? That was in part 2 of the reaction I did. What are you learning here? Let me say it again. What are you learning here? Shit.
You've been through that kind of stuff. I can help you because I'm a great giver of that you missed. But so are you. So are you. That thing you needed the most that you didn't get as a kid, you are a great giver of. You're probably not good at accepting. So some of you who didn't get praise as a kid, I didn't. You're probably not good at accepting it. Probably not good. Those of you who never got told that you were loved, you never got physical touch, you're great at giving that.
You're great. I'm glad that you're on this video because you're the people that have been through abuse and have never been told that they've loved and had no physical touch. You're my target audience. I know you're vulnerable. I know you haven't seen a therapist. You probably haven't. You can't afford to see a therapist. Thank goodness you came across my free video where I'm giving you all this free advice, and I'm not a licensed mental health expert. Thank God you're in the multi-level marketing industry when you came in, when you were really needing some extra money and to feel part of a community.
Probably not good at accepting it. So help the person you used to be, you're actually designed for. You're sacredly designed for. Now, the second mantra is be as brave as a person who needs. We have to be as brave as the people who need us. That means you're gonna.
I like that one. I'm being as brave as the people that need us. I'm being as brave as the rank makers that are leaving, that have left, that are working on their exit strategy, who are populating my stories, and other people that are reaching out and other whistleblowers. That piece of advice is accurate.
Face some stuff, man. And this is, one of the things that's one of my favorite words.
Oh shit, not defiance. Yeah. No, one of your favorite words is posture. So he is supposed to be releasing a book this spring, 2023, and it's going to be called Defiance. So this is he's in his other videos that I've seen other creators react to on YouTube. He's using the word defiance like so much. He's just, and it's in this really ham-fisted way. You're like, why the fuck does he keep saying defiance? This is why. This is how he thinks this is really effective marketing. I'm going to high profit mumble this book. And even at Rank Makers Live last year, 2022, I think they sold shirts that were like, be defiant. Here we go.
Some people don't like this word.
Oh God. Some people don't like this word. Some people don't know. You might not like it, but I like it. Like, you see this pattern. So the thing of defiance wasn't taught when I was in Rank Makers, but the repetition, the setting up of what he's going to be selling next into these trainings is the same concept.
Or they prefer obedience. Okay. But I'm going to be specific on what this means.
The irony.
And the world needs this word now more than the other words. But I'm gonna
agree, especially rank makers and your 100K inner circle coaches. Defiance, so they can critically think.
Mind and body. Okay?
This is a mind fuck. Watch, wait for this.
To study Dr. Joe, so I really understand this stuff. Dr. Joe Dispenza. This was very important for me to study so that I understand the actual neuroscience of mind and body connection, right? Understand?
He understands the neuroscience of mind and body connection. He's a neuroscientist. He's perfect to help you through abuse.
The autonomic nervous system. I understand how emotions are created. I understand the neuropeptides.
You know what? You don't understand the definition of refractory period, mate.
I understand the three brains, the neocortex, limbic brain, cerebellum. I understand all that stuff. I needed to learn that stuff so that I fully understood this. I
needed to understand the Western economic diversification of the rational large intestine. Oh, fuck.
It is not your spirit. I'm not saying to be defiant to your spirit. Spirit will do that on its own.
What the fuck?
Okay? Spirit will do that on its own.
What does it mean?
It's you being defiant to your mind and body. Because your mind and body is programmed in the known. It's programmed in the predictable known, the comfort, the known, the predictable past, the predictable future, the known past. But I learned this portion, not this. He doesn't really talk about that. But I learned the mind-body portion from Dr. Joe Dispenza. Someone asked. And so being defiant to your negative thoughts. You know, I started with some of your.
Here we go. This is the toxic positivity. So he would also say to us, you can schedule the time to feel sorry for yourself. If you have a negative thought, it's okay. You can feel it. I know a lot of you won't like to hear this, but you can feel it. You don't want to suppress it. That's not healthy. That same sing-song kind of voice. You want to feel it, and then you want to imagine yourself where you want to go and what you can do to get there. So it is suppression. It's this, if you think it, therefore if you think a negative thought, you're going to get fucking cancer. And if you meditate, you'll heal yourself. This is where this is going. Same shit.
To this. But I started this with, you know, asking God that, hey, anything that's of God that's attached to my mind, body, or spirit, please remove it. And what's funny is, and I had some help, but I had a pain. Let me test it.
Oh my God.
I had a pain right here for a really long time. Went away.
It must have been because of your fucking mantra. Oh my God. The mind-body connection and the define. It must have been that. It couldn't have been anything else. Holy shit.
Spirit's a little different. Spirit, this would be more surrender. Okay. This would be more obedience. But here's the thing. When you get called by spirit, you won't want to do it anyway.
Here we go.
Want to do it.
You're not going to want to. You're going to have to override all the red flags that you see from him, because this is going to be your way to God. Remember, he's a prophet. He's been called. He's been shown this training to you. He's going to preemptively say, some of you aren't going to like this. And he's groomed people's behavior watching this video all the way up to this point. You're not going to like this. Surrender and obedience. That's what he fucking wants. And he's setting you up for it. Fuck. This is dark.
Okay. And so being defiant to how you feel. See, some of you are saying, you know, you got to trust your body, bro.
Yeah, you do. You need to trust your guts. FBI agents fucking teach this. But when you're a cult leader, you say override those feelings. Don't listen to your instincts. Don't listen to that knot in your stomach. Listen to me instead. Surrender. It's your spirit. Your body is betraying you. Your early warning signal systems are betraying you. You don't know yourself the best. I do. You're self-sabotaging yourself by not saying and doing what I want you to.
Dude, your body has been programmed. Here's how it works. I'm going to tell it real quick, okay? Here's how it's programmed. So you have these negative thoughts. So if you wake up in the morning and you're not pulled.
You're out walking in the woods. Let's just say an example from my life. And there's like a dude that is acting really fucking sketchy in the woods. I'm like, I call the police on him. I'm like, it's not a negative thought. It's like, there's a red flag. This guy's fucked up. I don't want him to be hurting anybody else. You wake up in the morning, maybe you have like this weird feeling. We don't know where these feelings come from. Everybody's had them. And you're like, oh, thank goodness I didn't, do this that day, because I would have been like, something would have happened. We've all had these experiences, but he's telling you to ignore that, override them, that they're negative. Listening to your body is negative. Anything that isn't what he says to think is negative. So there's like the negative, which is, what is negative? What's a negative thought? Define a negative thought. He will never be able to define this. It's contrary to whatever he says. A negative thought is what? You're sad. Is that negative? Why is that? Maybe you're grieving. Is that's not okay? You can schedule your grief and then just move on. What's a negative thought? Maybe you're angry at being scammed. Maybe you're angry that your friends have been abused. Is that a negative thought? What's a positive thought?
By your future, okay? If you're not being pulled by your future,
fuck, we've heard this one before too.
Left to your own devices, you're going to think about your problems. You're going to think about your bills.
If you're not pulled by the future, you're going to think about your problem. No, most people just fucking wake up and get about their day. They don't need this vision for the future. This is like this Tony Robbins training. I think he's plagiarizing and stealing from this one. It's like, if you're not, it's like some push and pull thing anyway. If you're not pushed by it, you got to push until you're pulled by your vision. You're not, you can go to bed. You can wake up and just be like, I cannot wait to have a cup of coffee. I don't have a fucking vision. I'm present in the moment to pick up all the signals around from my environment, including my instincts, clarity of mind and critical thinking, as opposed to always thinking, not seeing what's in front of me, but casting a vision to the future and thinking ahead of who I want to become. Because when I am doing that, when I'm looking ahead, I don't see what's happening right in front of me.
You're going to think about, the relationship. You're going to think about your boss, your coworker, the traffic. You're going to think about your hip pain, your knee pain, back pain. You're going to think about your problems. Okay.
No, you're not.
And so you start thinking about your problems, and the neurological networks around that.
Here we fucking go.
And wiring, right? You're like, oh yeah, man.
This is going to be great. The neurological networks. If you are have any kind of science background, or more about this, and you'd like to add a comment, I mean, just comment away. I'd like to know. He's so full of shit.
And all of a sudden, they communicate. If you accept, believe, and surrender to those thoughts, it's going to communicate from the neocortex to the limbic brain, the emotional brain, the chemical brain, and say, yo, hey, here's what we're thinking. Make us feel this way. Because thoughts are the language of the mind, of the brain. Emotions are the language of the brain.
Holy fuck. I think he'd be a good auctioneer.
Body. And so the neocortex will communicate to the limbic brain. Limbic brain will be like, all right, it whips up some neuropeptides, sends it down the spinal cord, hits the adrenal.
This is meant to confuse everybody. Like, wow, aren't you so amazed at how knowledgeable Ray is about neuroscience? It's like whipping up neuropeptides. They're potato peptides too. It sends it down to the spinal cord. That spinal cord's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the fucking leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the knee bone. And Alice, the camel, has 2 humps. So go, Alice, go.
And now we're feeling congruent.
Oh,
with
fuck.
the mind.
Congruent.
Affirmations don't work for most people is they don't understand that it needs to be coherent.
Oh, that's why. It was so easily explained in this video. Most people don't understand it.
You need to have thinking and feeling coherently. See, people think.
Let's just look up the definition of coherent. Definition of coherent.
Here's the definition of coherent: of an argument, theory, or policy, logical.
Of an argument, logical and consistent. You need to be logical and consistent. I think that's a fail.
This, I'm a millionaire and I'm happy and grateful, and their body's like, yeah, right. Okay, so that's why they're incoherent. So that's why they don't manifest anything. That's why they don't see anything new in their life, because they're on this cycle of feeling things.
Oh yeah, this is the same way as why you fail in your network marketing business. So you can say these affirmations, you can cast a vision, you can write the journal, you can do the manifestation and the mantras and all this stuff. But if you don't really feel it in your body, you know what I'm talking about, Instagram? Oh my God. If you don't feel it in your body, then that's why. How do you know if you're not feeling it in your body? Well, you would have unlimited wealth. You'd have that jet plane or whatever the fuck that you're supposed to have. So therefore, if you don't have it, it's because there's something that you're not believing it hard enough. It's not your body, the neuropeptides that sent down to your spinal cord. Holy fuck.
Because once you hit that emotion, the brain checks back in with the body and says, hey, how are we feeling? And it says, oh, we feeling miserable because we got a lot of problems. And it's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Let me have some more thoughts congruent with how we're feeling.
Congruent.
So now feeling, thinking, feeling. Okay.
Wow, this is such an
Round and
amazing
round we
training.
go, and
It's
every
so
day's the
fucking
same.
coherent.
And it's not karma, it's you. Because you
It is you. Nailed that one.
weren't defiant to your mind or body. You didn't say, hey, yo, I'm not my mind or body, right? I'm an awareness. There are different words for this. I can be aware of mind and body, but I'm not mind and body. And so if I'm aware of mind and body, then I'm not mind and body. If I can observe my thoughts, if I can observe my
What
feelings,
does it
then
mean?
I'm not those things. I can, with energy and awareness, I can change those things. You following me? Following me?
I learned that move off TikTok. I think
And
it's
so if
cool. I
you're
can't
not
do it very well. That's
defiant
what I
to
do.
your mind and body, then you are going to stay the same. You're the same person forever. Forever.
Who are you supposed to change into? This is something else. If you hear the word transformation run, he's always talked about transformation. So this whole new training is like defiance, mind, body, spirit. That's new. I left before Joe Dispenza, but the whole thing of transformation, oh fuck, that's the bedrock. You have to transform. You have to become something other than what you are. You don't want to stay the same. And you have to work really hard in order to transform too. And the only way that you can transform into something better, in order to help people, in order to become the best version of yourself, whatever the fuck that means, because who you are right now is not enough. You should accept yourself, but you should also be striving to improve yourself. Like, this just is normal fucking human behavior. You don't need to work. You don't need to do shit. Like a dandelion growing up through the fucking concrete. The dandelion doesn't give a fuck. The dandelion just grows. Doesn't need to read a personal development book. Nothing. You want to be the same person forever? You are going to be stuck exactly where you are right now with no money, negative thoughts, and no community unless you do what I say. Then you will ultimately transform and achieve all these things. You will stay the same. Nobody stays the same. Growth is inevitable.
Never. So when people say, you got to trust your body. What are you trusting? What
Your
is
instincts. That's what people are trusting. They're listening to themselves as opposed to listening to someone like this. That's what it is. And he's trying to like put shame on people. And it's very overpowering, especially if you're uncertain of yourself, especially if you're somebody who is a people pleaser, who was unloved, who didn't have physical touch. All these people who are tuning in that feel that this is really good advice, that think that they're plugging into they're an orphan spirit and he's going to help them. Don't listen to yourself. By any means, do not trust yourself over me. Trust me, do not trust yourself. Big red flag.
exactly are you trusting?
Yourself.
Trusting your past. You're trusting the predictable future. You're trusting all the things that are known, nothing unknown, and everything delicious is in the unknown. Everything, all of your powers in the unknown.
Bullshit.
All of your powers being defined.
This is another riff on the comfort zone. So he's using different language here, but it's the same training again about everything that's great. No growth happens outside of your comfort zone. That's bullshit. Lots of growth happens in your comfort zone. What is a comfort zone? What does that mean? You're uncomfortable or comfortable. How do you decide what that is? One day you might be uncomfortable with doing something. The next day you might be comfortable. It could depend on the fucking weather. But it's about what they use in the network marketing coaching industry and what they use in the multi-level marketing industry is being uncomfortable is going against your instincts and your better judgment and doing what they say instead. And it's framed as you holding yourself back and staying within your comfort zone, and no riches, no delicious, bodacious new knowledge and transformation and aha moments will ever take place unless you get uncomfortable. When you learn a new skill, like learning how to swim, it can be uncomfortable. It's not this fucking biblical revelation. It's just normal fucking shit. It's normal behavior. But the way they make it like this big deal of getting out of your comfort zone in order to send people prospecting messages. This is the mind fuckery. This is what I was part of for 5 years.
To the mind and body. Now, spirit, a little different. So spirit has led me to share some things I didn't want to share. I didn't want to share with you how the business has been the last couple of years, even though I have other income streams that have done amazing.
Oh my God.
Things, you know,
I'm so fucking rich. I'm so
incredible.
loaded. I have like this solar company and I'm like $25 million, but oh my God. Doth protest too much.
I don't want to share that. I definitely didn't want to share. Yesterday, I did a video on how to pray. I'm the newbie here. I didn't want to do it.
Yes, you did. This is all an
I was
act.
given that title.
No, you weren't.
That title popped right in my head.
Oh my God. It's a miracle. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
If it pops into my head, how to entitle this X rank maker reacting to a Ray Higdon training, is that also coming from God? Or is that just something different? Like nobody else can be inspired or have something just pop into their head. Some people call it a muse, but it's fucking miraculous. Holy fucking shit. It just came into my head. This was like how to pray. Who am I? I'm just taking you on my journey. I'm being so vulnerable with you guys. Literally. Same fucking shtick.
And am I supposed to do that? And I was like, yep.
Who told him yet? Oh God, the divine. Oh, okay, Father. I'll make a video on Facebook. Fucking grandiosity, delusions of fucking grandeur. Holy shit.
I didn't want to do the apology video that so many of you have seen. Didn't want to do it. I'm doing this. I'm gonna talk about spiritual warfare. What? Who the hell am I to talk about this? The Spirit says,
just lays it out.
So see, you're not gonna
consistently. It's just laying out exactly what he does. He tells you what he's gonna do, and he does it. And you're like, oh my God, he was doing this from the beginning.
Want to do this, right? The Spirit calls you. Not going to want to do it. But you listen to
Hey Ray, I joined Rank Makers. I'd like to know how to sell some more shampoo with Mon 8 and then how to recruit people. Can you give me a condensed training on that?
Mind and body, you're going to stay the same. Every day is going to be the same. Not going to change. You're just going to be the same person over and over and over. Every single day. Same results because you're doing the same. So
you know what else happens, especially for Ironman training? I have a background in doing endurance training and I was an endurance athlete coach, is that you do the same thing every day like this. And it's like you improve because you're like working within your comfort zone. You have to do a lot of long sessions on your bike, on your run, where you're like, it's uncomfortable because you're staying in your comfort zone. You want to change it up. Lots of growth happens in your comfort zone. Just depends on how you want to spin it.
Dr. Joe, okay, your thoughts lead to what choices you see. So if you think that God got it wrong, if you think that you're smarter than God and God got you wrong, he created you incorrectly, right? Then you're going to have these thoughts of I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, right? These circumstances suck, no one's buying, I'm whatever, right? And so it's going to limit what choices you see. Right. So
just watch out. This kind of people now, companies that are aligning with Ray believe that this kind of narrative is valid, linking God, Jesus to their network, individual network marketing companies. So, and people, if you're happening to watch this and you're in a network marketing company and your upline is being coached by him, you're going to start seeing them do these behaviors, and be forewarned. This is sketchy shit.
Some people, they see the title of this and they're like, well, I could never be a top earner. So it's not a choice that they see. They won't. And if it's not a choice you see, then you can't take action on a choice you don't see. So
yeah, this
and
just
when I
doesn't make
say
any
see,
sense.
It's a choice that you will see choices that make sense to you, I should say, right? You may see the opportunity to go to an event, but because of your thoughts, you'll see that as that doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense.
What they see is that they don't have a lot of money, and that by spending that money, it's not an investment in themselves, that they're being conned by a scam artist. saying that working on their mindset is going to make them a top earner, doing this reverse top earner blueprint. That's what it is. All of this shit, it's meant like you stick around long enough, you'll get fucking confused. Like, look at this. This doesn't even mean anything. Look at this mess. He would always coach too that leadership is about making things simple. Do you think that's simple? What the fuck is he talking about? He hasn't said, he didn't mention posture yet though. I wonder if he's going to bring it up. I think he was writing it down and he was like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have put that in there.
Right. So you think that your sacred wounds were wrong because God got it wrong. You think that your sacred gift is wrong because, God got it wrong. You think that your circumstances in your life are wrong because, God got it wrong. You should do a better job, shouldn't he? Right? We need to write a memo or something. The government needs to start mandating God.
That's so funny.
Shit.
Oh my God.
That's what some of you think.
Some of you think that anything that I say or do, it's just going against God. You know better than God? Do you know better than me? That's where this is leading.
You put the government in charge of the Sahara Desert, there'll be a sand shortage.
Oh, fuck. That's an old line, too. I'm happy that there was like some, because this was kind of like new material I hadn't heard, and then that's back to the old thing. He's said that forever, too. Put the government in charge of the Sahara, there'd be a water shortage.
I have to start paying sand to them.
We've heard that one before.
That way of thinking is, God didn't do me right. We need the government to step in. Are you serious? Because they've done such a great job these last few years, haven't they? Anyway. And so thoughts, choices, action. And so based on your action.
Oh, so just for your information, according to Ray, the United States is the center of the fucking universe.
Based on that experience, the result of that experience is emotion.
Okay?
Oh my God. And then the brain checks in with the body.
What the fuck?
Okay. So you guys can't see it at all. It's turned around.
Well, it's their fault anyway.
Your thoughts lead to your choices. What choices do you see? Based on those choices, you can only take certain action. Right? So if you're someone that trusts in God, if you surrender to the Spirit, your choices open wide up. And they say, hey, go to Panama. And you're like, really? I should go to Panama? Whew. All right. Well, that's a little uncomfortable. Okie doke.
Here's the question. How do they know that it's not their body speaking to them versus the spirit? Who do you think will interpret what message a person should listen to? You can't listen to your mind and body. You have to surrender to the spirit.
You sell everything. I need to sell everything? Oh wow. Ooh, geez. Oh, I'm a child of God. So if you're telling me this.
Is he going to sell everything? Bullshit. But he's wanting other people to sell things to get to his events, to purchase his courses. Let's see him sell things.
Then, okay. And so your choices are dictated by what thoughts you're having. And so,
no, not at all. My choices can be dictated by an external environment. So you could be driving and you get to a stop sign and it's a dead end. It's like you can go left or right. There's only two choices. It has fuck all to do with my thoughts. If I fucking thought that there might be like a highway, all these roads, it's like, no, it's the same fucking road. This is where I live. You can go left or you can go right. Those are your choices. You can't just make shit up and then fit it into forcibly trying to get people to believe what you want to believe and get away with it anymore. Rank makers have seen this shit.
The hardest part of change is just simply, making different choices. Because by the time you're 35 years old, 95% of your thoughts are the same as the day before.
Cite your sources. 95%. It's always this fucking 98%. 90% of the time he closed people. Stare intently at the camera, dramatic pause. Glare at Instagram, dramatic pause. Hold up a fucking chalk or whatever that thing is and gesture wildly with it. And repeat it again. I'm going to say that again. He's probably going to say this again. I'm going to say this again. Did you know? But fuck. The fuck does this have to do with anything?
And so based on your choices,
he didn't repeat himself.
Right? If you see something as a irrelevant choice, you won't take action on that choice. So you can only take action based on the choices that you do see as relevant. So you jump through that hoop.
Okay.
And then based
So
on
I
the
get to the
action-
intersection and there's the two choices. I can go left, I can go right. And now based on what I see, I'm like fucking left or right. Okay, I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to take action. This is, you know what this is like? This is like AI. This is like an AI character that is pretending to be a network marketing coach.
that you took, you will have an experience, and the end result of an experience is an emotion. And that emotion, and
I went to the left. I just started to drive, or I went to the right. I turned and I just drove. I had this experience of turning in the car and I just kept fucking drove. What are these thoughts, these choices? Is there like a hierarchy of where this whole circular fucking chart goes? Like, what is it about? Is it only about your network marketing business? Is it about your faith in God? Is it about following you, that this is where your thoughts and choices are? Or is it for the more mundane everyday things? Because where does it apply? These principles don't apply to just regular things. It's only things that you deem that you should have the thoughts and the choices and the action. It's like, it's all nonsense. All these people that are getting manipulated by him, man.
now we're congruent. Now mind and
Congruent.
body is coherent. And it can be coherent in your negativity. You see, you manifest all the time. You just don't understand that you're doing that because you're getting shit you don't want.
Oh, unwholesome talk.
You shouldn't be. And
You
it's
manifest all the
something
time. You get shit you don't want. You get it. Do you get shit you don't want? Or is that just you're a victim? Everybody, if you don't have what you want, it's all your fault. But if something that Ray doesn't get, that he doesn't want, it's everybody else's fault. Some of you don't want to hear this. Some of you want to hear this, but some of you don't want to hear this. I know you're not going to like it. Does that help? Does that help?
Just let them happen. You're just like, all right, oh, this is what I'm thinking today. All right, here we go. How many?
He preys upon the
Needed to
vulnerable,
hear
and this
that.
is how he does it. How many needed to hear this?
Something else I'm supposed to share with you.
Oh, fuck
so-
off. Really? Something else I'm supposed to share with you? That's what I'm going to say next time. If I'm like, I lose my train of thought, I'll be like, oh, I'm getting a call. There's something else I'm supposed to share with you. Oh, this is what it is. I'd like you to share the definition of posture. That's the only thing that he's written down that he hasn't addressed. My thoughts are that I would like to hear the definition of posture. The choice is that I'm going to press play and listen. The action is I will listen. The experience will be, I guess, listening. And then my emotion will be, I don't fucking know. We'll have to see.
If you would like help with all of this, okay? Now
This is giving him the divine right to sell you. If you I've just been shared this. It's actually getting near the end of this video, but you know what? God has just told me that if you found value in this, then you should sign up for our new reverse top earner blueprint. It's only $197, or you can do 5 easy payments of $77.77. Go to /Higdon group, fucking blah, blah, blah. I betcha.
blueprint. We went from leadership, closing, follow-up, prospecting, marketing, talked about mind, body, talked about our thoughts, talked about surrendering, talked about spirit a little bit. I have more work to do in that area.
You didn't talk about
I don't
posture.
fully understand it enough. I know that spirit is always going to call you into discomfort, into something you don't want to do, and the juicy rewards are outside of that discomfort. But I don't know enough about it. I'm boning up on that, so give me a week. Give me a week.
Please don't bone up on anything.
I'll be pretty well versed in it, I believe. And
Oh,
God's
give me a
gonna show
week.
me the way.
Give
God's
me a
gonna
week.
show
I'll
me
be pretty boned up on it. It's fucking bodacious. Fuck. Just give me a week. I'll be an expert in a week because I'm hungry. I'm not needy. You peons with your limiting beliefs. Your fucking mind and body. You're not defiant. You're not surrendering to your obedience of your spirit. Just give me a week. I'll hit you with a proverb.
show me the path and guide me and direct me. And so If you want help with any of this, we'd love to help you with any of it, whichever parts of it that you need help in. If you would like to check out, we have a couple different things that we're doing. We have our partner program where I will go and teach this to your team.
What a lucky team you would have. Can you imagine unleashing this motherfucker on your team? Oh my God. You'll lose your team. The network marketing is a big industry, but it's not that fucking big. And more people are leaving. More and more people are having the courage to start communicating with people who are outside of the industry. And it's because of social media. He'll charge a lot of money to do this training. And you'll feel honored. You'll think as a top leader that you're going to be really doing well for your downline.
Translate it and come up with your own stories. Notice I had stories for every single thing.
Oh, we noticed.
It's kind of hard to do if you're kind of learning this for the first time. So we have a partner program where at the diamond level, I teach this stuff to your team. If we also have a gold level where the coaches that I coach teach it to your team.
Oh, there we go. The coaches that he coaches. Those are the 100K inner circle coaches that are paid very little. And they're just regurgitating regurgitating what he says. Diamond. It's so weird. This is like, this is kind of like network marketing language. Diamond, gold.
And then we also have just straight coaching. Okay. If you're a 7-figure earner, I'd be happy to, talk to you about working with you personally. If you're not there yet, that's okay. You can check out rayhigdoncoaching.com, rayhigdoncoaching.com.
See if you qualify. That's what we work with a limited number of people. He used to say this too in Rank Makers. We reject people all the time. I'm feeling they don't reject anybody. If you're not there yet, like really, you're like, wow, like I can actually do this. If I apply all these principles that I learn in Rank Makers and from your coaching, I can be a 7-figure earner too. And people that are making a lot of money hire him as their coach. It's fucking wild. I was at Rank Makers Live 2019. They had a special row up in front where all his people that he was like, all his clients, they got to like sit in front. It was like this honor. It's fucking weird. It's so culty.
And there's a little apply button. Nothing to buy on there. Nothing to buy. But if you go to rayhigdoncoaching.com, hit the apply button and fill it out, you can at least learn more. You can learn more about what we do. But this is the foundational kind of stuff that we teach. And we can either do it with you. We can do it for your team. We've been doing this for many years. But this we've been teaching for many years. All of this stuff, no one else teaches in the way that we teach it.
That's true.
Marketing, I guarantee you. Okay. And so if you'd like to learn more about that and what we do with you, either myself personally or our Rank Maker coaches, you can check out rayhigdoncoaching.com.
So he's called them Rank Maker coaches. He's not calling them 100K inner circle coaches anymore, which is interesting to me because a lot of them aren't making 100K themselves. And the whole name of this was 100K inner circle coaching. And they're not called inner circle coaching either. He's calling them Rank Makers coaches now. That's very interesting.
I'm going to hop off here. Woo! Was this helpful? If you want to share this, feel free to share it. And those of you on Instagram, if you want to catch the full video, it's on my Facebook page, facebook.com/RayHigdon page. I got 284 likes, so they kind of liked it. Some of them have
sad face. This is what he would say. Sad face. Oh, sad face. Are you going to baby bear, Ray? He would say this too about baby bear. Some of you are going to baby bear. You don't get a response in time. And it's this super dismissive, contemptuous way of talking about is like, are you baby bear? Are you baby bear right now? Because only 284 people liked your video. He would do that. That's a fucking impression of what we had to listen to. He hasn't said baby bear. Maybe baby bear is giving up the goat. That's my dad.
So they weren't able to click the like button. And I understand, I don't want to put anyone in danger. I don't want any workers' comp, issues or anything like that. If you got value from this, feel free to share it. Feel free to drop me a comment if you want me to do more of this kind of stuff. Maybe next time I can dive more into some of the other areas than just, mainly the tacticals, because I honestly didn't spend enough time in the
He never touched posture.
But I hope you got value from this. And again, if you're on Instagram, if you want to catch the full replay, check it out on my Facebook page. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So helpful. If it was, feel free to share. And again, if you want to check it out, rayhigdoncoaching.com. We have our partner program. We have our standard inner circle coaching.
Oh, there it is. It's still there. Not 100K. He's saying inner circle. Maybe it still is the same name. But we were taught to always repeat ourselves in live videos too, because he would say people are coming in and exiting, and you don't know at what point during the live video they're coming in. And some people might watch it on replay, but if they're coming in, you want to keep repeating yourself so they can catch what you're trying to say. So that's why he does this.
I hope whether you do coaching with us or not, or partnering with us or not, I hope this was helpful to you. And it was my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Well, there we go. That was that. So we've made it through 3 parts of this. That was, I was part of that group for 5 years. This is a training that he's done, and it's posted publicly on YouTube. And this is now after that he believes he's called by God, or whatever. I hope this has given you some insight. I know I paused it a lot, and I know like commentary videos, I've seen other creators do this on YouTube, and I've seen comments that are like, I don't like when you pause it that much. And I get that. I really felt like it was important for me as an ex-rank maker to point out every fucking thing. I don't know if I'm going to do another one of these videos. It's really emotionally draining. It can also be like, I don't know, it's empowering too, to kind of stand up and say, this is bullshit, this is wrong. And to point out that the emperor isn't wearing any clothes. That's what this comes down to. If you're a rank maker, and I don't know when you're watching this video, and you're starting to wake up, it could be a year from now, I don't know. I'm going to just say it again. Please know that you're not alone, that all these feelings that you're going to continue to have as you leave, if you've been affected by Ray, by his coaches, by getting scammed, that there's help out there. And there's a lot of us out there. You can connect with us. Send a message, try to get into therapy if you can. Self-education is really good. There's a lot of resources out there, with people talk about a lot of podcasts that can be really helpful. Life After MLM is a good one. Also From Huns to Humans. Freedom of Mind by Stephen Hassan, Combating Cult Mind Control by Stephen Hassan. Those are 2 books that he's written. Ponzinomics by Robert Fitzpatrick. Take Back Your Life by Yanya Lalich and Madeline Tobias. Those have been really helpful resources to me when I was exiting and I didn't have anyone at the time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.